Wrestling has more than one loyal fan.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go, show recaps prediction sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go.
What's going on, everybody? It's the EVP from the EVP Show. I am live with your TNA Impact recap show. Just a few minutes late, trying to get all the notes together. I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know that I'm live. I did get a haircut today, so it felt weird. 4 inches cut off. So definitely a lot cooler. So we're going to start the show off. This is the TNA Impact recap show for July 2nd, 2026. We are off and running, 16 days away from the Saturday night main event. And tomorrow is our first 2-hour SmackDown until January. So to start the show off, I kind of promised you guys before we start, obviously July 1st was the opening of my EVP news channel in the Discord. There has been a couple of people that's already signed up. Thank you to them that have signed up. I had one person ask me if they could pay a yearly membership, and I told them, nah, we'll just kind of do it month by month because I don't want to be holding someone's money for that long. But yeah, it's going well. A lot of news in there. I'll keep posting it every day. I'm dropping news in there every single day. So it's only $3. Like I said, there's no contract. Just DM me either on Discord or if you're in the server, you can create a ticket as well to pay. I did open up a new Cash App, so I do take Cash App payments as well as PayPal and Zelle. I do not have a Venmo, so it's $3 a month. So yeah, don't miss out because if you wait to the middle of the month, then you're going to be paying from the middle of the month to the end of the month and then have to turn right back around and pay $3 more on the 1st of August. So we're going to keep promoting it, and yeah, hopefully we can start building it up. And I did tell a few people that do a lot of retweeting, if they are able to get someone to sign up, that I would give them access to a membership. So we'll see how that pans out, but I don't know. So this past weekend we had AEW Forbidden Door, WWE Night of Champions, NXT Great American Bash, and we also had TNA Slammiversary. So that was Sunday, June 28th from Boston, Massachusetts. So before we go over the show for tonight, we are going to go over the results. I promised you guys that we would go over the results. So that's what we are going to do. These are the results from TNA Slammiversary. I'm not going to go by, I don't have the match by match because I did not watch it, to be honest with you. But we will go ahead and run down through the results before we get into tonight's show. So I don't know if this was in any particular order. Just kind of looked it up on Wikipedia, to be honest with you. Atlanta Black defeated Indy Hartwell and Mara Sade by pinfall, triple threat match. It went 5 minutes. I thought Mara Sade may have won, but I guess Atlanta did get the win there. Ricky Sosa defeated Eric Young, and now the news broke that Eric Young is probably going to be coming back to WWE on the NXT side, maybe some sort of coach or something like that. So we'll see. But Ricky Sosa defeated Eric Young in 6 minutes. So in the Ultimate X match for the TNA X Division Championship, Cedric Alexander defeated Amazing Red, Fabian Aichner, Frankie Kazarian, Casey Navarro, Leon Slater, and Mr. Elegance to retain the TNA X Division Championship, and that match went 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Elijah, it was a singles match. Had Elijah lost, AJ Francis would have owned Elijah's name, likeness, and his music catalog. But Elijah defeated AJ Francis with the expression by pinfall, 9 minutes and 10 seconds. So Elijah gets to keep his name, his likeness, and his music catalog. The next match was for the TNA Women's Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. The Demon X Bunny, Rosemary, and Allie defeated the Elegance brand, Heather by Elegance and M by Elegance, with Ash by Elegance and the Personal Concierge at ringside by pinfall. So we have new women's TNA Knockout World Tag Team Champions. That match was 9 minutes and 40 seconds. It was next up is a triple threat match for the TNA International Championship. Open challenge. Mustafa Ali, accompanied by Tasha Steele, defeated Rich Swann, Yaha Nation by pinfall. That match went 10 minutes. So Mustafa Ali retained the TNA International Championship in 10 minutes. So we had a no surrender match with Moose going one-on-one with Eddie Edwards. Moose defeated Eddie Edwards, accompanied by Alicia Edwards, in 13 minutes and 10 seconds. So next we had for the TNA Women's Knockouts Championship, which we will see a rematch of that next Thursday on TNA, and a no disqualification match. But Zaire Brookside defeated Li Ying Lee by pinfall and became the new Women's TNA Knockouts World Champion in 11 minutes and 50 seconds. And then we had a four-way ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. The Broken Hardys, Broken Matt and Brother Nero, Matt Jeff Hardy defeated the System, the former champions Brian Myers and Brett Barry Bronson, the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch, and the Great Hands, Jason Hotch and John Scholar. That match was 17 minutes and 30 seconds, and Zaire Brookside match was 11 minutes and 50 seconds. And in the main event, in his last match on TNA, and he was one hell of a champion, Mike Santana defended the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against Nick Nemeth. Nick Nemeth defeated Mike Santana to become the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion in 15 minutes. This was part of Nick Nemeth's Call Your Shot Championship match. So that was the card for Slammiversary. All right, so it was also announced. Let me pull that up. So 1 second. So much different stuff to talk about. Have all this stuff up in the emails. So there's a tournament that's starting in the TNA. In the TNA Women's Division. The tournament starting up. We'll get to that. I'll tell you the brackets. There were 2 matches tonight. Let's see. So I thought I had the brackets. I know for sure I have the brackets. Let me see. I have them somewhere. Okay. So it was announced that there would be a new women's championship coming to TNA. It is the TNA Knockouts Television Championship, but it would be conducted in a singles tournament, and it will be for the 16 ladies competing in this tournament. We saw two first round matches tonight. I believe we'll see some more next week as well. So on the left side of the bracket, we have Andy Hartwell, going one-on-one with the Vicious Vicky Benito. Obviously, me and Kyle, and I believe Miami, interviewed her on Space back a long time ago on Mondays. Harley Hudson. So I'm starting on the left side of the bracket, and then we'll move to the right side of the bracket. Harley Hudson going one-on-one with Thea Hale. Elena Black going one-on-one with Wendy Chu. M by Elegance is going to go one-on-one with Rosemary. So that's 8 women on the left side of the bracket. The winner of Indy and Vicky will face the winner of Harley and Thea. The winner of Elena and Wendy will face the winner of M by Elegance and Rosemary in the quarterfinals. So let's get to the other side of the bracket. At the top of the bracket, Jada Stone will go one-on-one with Alicia Edwards. Jody Threat will go one-on-one with Gabby Forza. Mara Sade will go one-on-one with Tasha Steelz, and we saw that match tonight. Heather by Elegance will go one-on-one with Allie, one half of the women's TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions. So Heather by Elegance. So there's 16 women total in this tournament. So the winner of Jada Stone, Alicia Edwards, will face the winner of Jody Threat and Gabby Forza. The winner of Mara Sade and Tasha Steelz will face the winner of Heather by Elegance and Allie in the quarterfinals. So it's a big tournament with a new title. They displayed the title tonight. The title looks nice. So I love tournaments. So especially single elimination tournaments. Elena Black has got to be one of the odds-on favorites, along with Mara Sade and Gabby Forza. I think those three. Maybe Thea Hale is a dark horse. You never know about Indy too as well. So Wendy Chu's also from Evolve. So should be a good tournament. Only saw 2 matches tonight, but that's a tournament. I will keep you guys updated on the brackets as we are going, because two first round matches on the right side of the bracket took place tonight. All right, so let's get into it. Your TNA Impact results: July 2nd, 2026, from Albany, New York, at Broadview Center. Aired live on AMC. It was taped, but so we saw the show opened up with some highlights from Summerversary. I kind of went over everything that happened at Summerversary, and then the show opened up, and the new TNA Men's Champion, well, not yet, but his brother Ryan Nemeth walked to the ring in a suit. He introduced a man that he called the best wrestler of the last 65,000 years. It's a lot of years. Nick Nemeth, the new TNA World Champion. So Nick Nemeth comes out, does his little dance to the fans, got the title. He gets on the microphone and he gives a list of people that he had put down permanently as Ryan revealed the names on a scroll, including Randy Orton, Ultimo Dragon, Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, The Miz, John Hennigan, all of his persona, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and several people from his high school. So then out comes Casey Navarro to interrupt. Ryan called Casey a goofball. Casey and Ryan exchanged words. Nick called Casey a good kid. So Nick Nemeth then proposed that Casey Navarro goes one-on-one with his brother, Ryan Nemeth tonight in a match so they could put their disagreement behind them. Nick declared he was the best wrestler in the world, and he challenged anyone to step to him. He said everyone would bow to him. All three left together. So Gia Miller is backstage with Leon Slater discussing the X Division title match that happened at TNA Slammiversary. Slater said he was devastated by not winning the X Division title from Cedric Alexander at Slammiversary. He said he would face Eddie Edwards tonight. He called Eddie a disgusting pig and said he would teach him a lesson. Slater said he wanted to be the face of TNA. So then we get a clip from Slammiversary aired of Tracy Brooks announcing the Knockouts TV title tournament, in which I just went over with you guys. And I will keep you guys updated on the brackets as the weeks go on. We had 2 matches on the right side of the bracket tonight. And this is the first one. This is the first round match. Mara Sade goes one-on-one with Tasha Steelz. This was a first round match in the tournament to decide the first ever TNA Knockouts TV champion. Both ladies did promos before the match. During the ring entrances, after an early exchange, Tasha Steelz regrouped on the floor. Mara Sade gave her a baseball slide dropkick on the floor. Tasha Steelz trapped Mara Sade on the apron. Tasha Steelz took over on offense. Tasha Steelz missed her frog splash. Mara Sade avoided a charging Steelz, who hit the ring post and flew out of the ring. Mara Sade did a dive on the outside to Steelz. Mara Sade gave Steelz a series of punches and stomps. Sade gave Steelz a sit-down powerbomb for a 2 count. Steelz put Sade in a submission, but Sade escaped. Sade super kicked Steelz, but Steelz then knocked Sade out the top rope. But then Sade climbed back up on the top rope and did an off over the moonsault onto Tasha Steelz for the 1, 2, 3. And your winner is Mara Sade. 8 minutes to advance in the tournament. So, let's go to the bracket. So, Mara Sade defeated Tasha Steelz, and she will go on to the second round, which will be the quarterfinals. She faced the winner of Heather by Elegance or Allie, which happened later tonight as well. So we will have one of the quarterfinal matches set. When Mara Sade was leaving the ring, she passed Mustafa Ali and Agent Zero in the aisle, and Mustafa Ali made a call. So then Rich Swann talked to BDE about their upcoming match. They agreed that there would be no hard feelings if BDE won. So then we got second match of the night was Rich Swann versus BDE versus Fabian Aichner versus Mr. Elegance versus the Hometown Man versus Jason Hotch. This was a 6-way scramble match to determine the number 1 contender for the TNA X Division title. So they all took turns pairing off and being on offense. Fans reacted big to Hometown Man's offense. Rich Swann did a twisted moonsault onto the pile at ringside. Fabian Aichner did a Tower of Doom spot to three of them. Everyone exchanged big moves, and then Fabian Aichner powerbombed BDE and got the 1, 2, 3. Fabian Aichner won the match in 5 minutes. So he was victorious in the 6-way scramble match, and now he is the number 1 contender for the TNA X Division title, which is held by Cedric Alexander. So then we got the injury report. It featured the tag teams who were in the ladder match at Slammiversary. The concierge, Tom Hannafin, laughed about him being misted by Rosemary. Trey Miguel is out. Eddie Edwards, Moose, and Nick Nemeth. So then Ricky Sosa was on his way to the ring and was interrupted by AJ Francis and Expressions. Mustafa Ali was mad at the members of Order 4 for being comfortable with failure. Mustafa Ali said he was going to Daria Ray's office and asked for a tag team title shot for the Great Hands. So then Ricky Sosa walked to the ring for a promo. He was victorious over Eric Young at Slammiversary. He talked about his win against Eric Young at Slammiversary. He vowed that this is only the beginning. Ricky Sosa was interrupted by the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch. They talked and tried to convince Ricky Sosa to join them. Vincent said that with the Righteous, there are no limits. The System walked down the ramp, not a moment too soon. Alicia Edwards said the only way that Sosa could make a name for himself is to ride with the System. So Alicia Edwards is trying to recruit Ricky Sosa to the System. Eddie Edwards talked about how Bear Bronson joined the System and became a success. He also encouraged Ricky Sosa to join them. Vincent then said that the System just had empty promises. Ricky Sosa turned down both sides, and then Bear Bronson then punches Ricky Sosa, and the System and the Righteous face off. The System attacked Ricky Sosa. Leon Slater ran in for the save. The System overpowered Ricky Sosa and Leon Slater. So Elijah then played a song on his new guitar. He talked about getting his likeness and his music back with his big victory over AJ Francis at Slammiversary. So then we will go to our next matchup of the night. It is another first round match, with the winner of this match moving on to the quarterfinals of the tournament for the new Women's TNA Knockouts TV Championship. Whoever wins will face Mara Sade in the quarterfinals. It will be Ali, one half of the Women's TNA Tag Team Champions. Ali, accompanied with her Tag Team Champion partner, Rosemary, versus Heller by Elegance, the former TNA Women's Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Heller by Elegance, who's accompanied to the ring by by Elegance. As I mentioned before, this was another Knockouts TV tournament match. Both wrestlers had inset promos before the match, just like Sade and Tasha Steele did. So once the bell rang, Heather attacked Ali from behind at the bell. Ali quickly made a comeback. Ali did a running drop kick to Heather at ringside. Heather took over on offense. Ali made a comeback. Rosemary pulled M off the apron. Heather used a distraction to give Ali a double stomp and get the pinfall. Heather by Elegance got a little bit of revenge from TNA Slammiversary because she pinned Ali. So Heather by Elegance moves on to the quarterfinals, where she will face Mara Sade in the new tournament to crown the new TNA Women's Television Championship. Heather by Elegance wins this match in 5 minutes. So then the new Women's TNA Knockouts Champion, Xia Brookside, walked to the ring for a promo. She bragged about winning the Knockouts title at Slammiversary. She mocked the fans and she mocked Li Ying Li. But then Li Ying Li come to the ring. She called her out, so she obliged. She walked to the stage, interrupted her. She said there was a day when she would have been happy for Xia. Lee talked about Xia cheating to win the title. She said she doesn't see a champion, she sees a fake B. Lee got in the ring as fans began to chant fake B to Xia Brookside. Lee said that now Xia is the one with everything to lose. Lee said her rematch is next week on TNA Impact. Lee attacked Xia, and Xia fled the ring. So next Thursday on TNA Impact, So Brookside doesn't get much time to rest, as she will be defending that Women's TNA Knockouts Championship against the former champion Li Ying Lee, but it will be in a no disqualification match next week. So backstage, Daria Ray was approached by Mustafa Ali. He requested a tag team title match for the Great Hands. She said the idea sounds great and agreed to a title match next week. So the Great Hands will be facing Matt and Jeff Hardy next week for the tag titles. So we go to the next matchup of the night, and it is Casey Navarro going one-on-one with Ryan Nemeth. The new TNA Knockouts champion, Nick Nemeth, joined the commentary team. Casey got the early advantage in the match. Ryan gave Casey a neckbreaker on the floor. Back in the ring, Ryan continued on offense. Casey made a comeback. Ryan got a 2 count after a roll-up. Casey gave Ryan a 619 and a neckbreaker for the 1-2-3. The winner in just 4 minutes was Casey Navarro. Nick Nemeth then got in the ring and got Casey and Ryan to shake hands, and then Casey turned his back and Nick Nemeth gave Casey the danger zone. Nick and Ryan left the ring. So basically what that is that's setting up Nick Nemeth's first opponent as the new TNA Men's Heavyweight Champion. He turned his back on Casey Navarro, so I would expect to see Nick Nemeth against Casey Navarro for that TNA for the TNA Men's Championship. So the Hardys did a backstage promo talking about their title defense coming up next Thursday on TNA Impact, where they will be facing the Great Hands. So then we go to the main event, and TNA is always a short show, guys, so it just is what it is. The main event is going to be Eddie Edwards going one-on-one with Leon Slater. Just 1 second, let me see if I got some more notes on this. Just 1 second, guys, before we get to the main event. That is last week's. I do apologize, guys. So a pretty good show. I think the most it's definitely weird it's not seeing Mike Santana anymore. I do believe he's headed to NXT. I lost all of my notes. Great. Just 1 second, guys. That is not it, guys. I do apologize. Let me see if this is it. My phone is really jacking up, guys. I apologize. All right. So back to the Leon Slater, because I found some more notes. On the Leon Slater interview, he admitted he was devastated by the loss, saying he came within inches of reclaiming the TNA X Division Championship before Cedric Alexander snatched the title away. He makes it clear that his rivalry with Cedric is far from over, promising that as long as Cedric holds the championship, he'll be coming after him. Turning his attention to tonight's main event, Slater says he has got to get back on track by defeating wrestlers who have already reached the heights he wants to achieve, starting with former TNA World Champion Eddie Edwards. So that is not what I'm looking for either, guys. I hate when they're not live. I don't like it. All right, we're just going to get to the end. We're 30 minutes in, so that's cool. All right, we're going to get to the main event, which is going to be Leon Slater going one-on-one with Eddie Edwards, with Alicia Edwards. So the match starts off. Leon Slater charged Eddie at the bell and immediately went on offense. Leon Slater booted Eddie out of the ring and followed with a dive to the outside. Eddie gave Leon Slater a backbreaker to turn the tide of the match. Alicia choked Leon Slater on the rope while the referee was distracted. Eddie missed a moonsault from the top rope. Leon Slater came back with a spin kick and a cross-body block from the top rope. Eddie gave Slater a backpack stunner for a 2 count. Eddie powerbombed Slater for another 2 count. Eddie gave Slater a tiger bomb, goes for the pin, but Slater kicks out. While the referee was distracted by Alicia Edwards, Cedric Alexander got in the ring. And Eddie Edwards used the distraction to get the pin on Leon Slater. Eddie Edwards was victorious over Leon Slater in 8 minutes, but out came Boom Boom. Ricky Sosa ran in for the save, and they cleared the ring of the system. Ricky Sosa and Slater celebrated to end the show. So next week, let's see. Let's get the matches for next week. So next week we will have the Hardy Boys, who just won the tag team titles at Summerversary, will be defending against the Great Hands. Then we will see the newly crowned women's TNA Knockouts champion, Xia Brookside, defending the title against the former champion, Li Ying Li, in a no disqualification match. And then the tournament the first round match will continue for the new TNA Women's Knockouts Television Championship. I got some more notes on the main event. Kind of go through them. Okay, so yeah, I have the same notes here. Perfect. Sorry, guys. This has been crazy. So I will go ahead and go over the brackets again for that Women's TNA Knockouts Television title. That's a pretty title. I'm looking forward to, and it will be defended on TNA regularly, they said. So we already have one quarterfinal match set. Well, we'll just go through the brackets again on the left side. Indy Hartwell will go one-on-one with Vicious Vicky Benito. On the left side, at the top, the winner of that match will face the winner of Harley Hudson and Thea Hill. And then we have Elena Black going one-on-one with former Evolve wrestler Wendy Chu. And then at the bottom, the winner of Elena Black and Wendy Chu will face the winner of M by Elegance and Rosemary. And that will make the 4 ladies left in the quarterfinals. So then on the right side, we have Jada Stone going one-on-one with Alicia Edwards. Jody Threat goes one-on-one with Gabby Forza. The winner, Jada Stone and Alicia Edwards, will face the winner of Jody Threat and Gabby Forza. And then on the bottom half of the right side of the bracket that was completed tonight, Mara Sade defeated Tasha Steelz and has moved on to the quarterfinals, where she will face Heather by Elegance. So Mara Sade and Heather by Elegance will move on to the quarterfinals to face each other, and whoever wins that match will get to the semifinals. Will be one match away from the championship match, the finals of the tournament. So yeah, like I said, I will keep you guys updated weekly on the outcome of this new women's TNA Knockouts television championship tournament. And once again, as I stated at the beginning of the stream, July 1st, I did put a post out on X about my exclusive news channel. Now, EVP Scooped will continue, but I will have a different format on Sundays. I will give out some stuff that I'm not probably going to put in the channel because that's exclusive, but I will still do a Q&A for the people that come in, because I do want to keep the show at the end of the day, because I've been doing the show for a while. So that's the ultimate plan for that. But it's pretty simple, guys. It's no contract. Just respond to the tweet, send me a DM on either Twitter or Discord. There's no contract. It's a month to month. I believe I have had 3 people sign up already, possibly a 4th and 5th tomorrow. So just make sure you guys get in there. The later you wait the month, I guess it's kind of worse off for you, because payments for the new month are due on the 1st of every month. I would say I would probably give to like the 2nd or the 3rd, and then I have to take you out of the channel. Fortunately, I don't want to have to do that over $3. So it is very cheap. I'm cheapest in town, so definitely take advantage of that while you can, because we're rapidly approaching July 3rd. So you're already missed 2 days if you haven't already signed up. So go ahead and get signed up and get into that Discord and get that exclusive EVP news. We're rapidly approaching the end of LFG. So don't really know what's going to go on after LFG goes off. Also, we got a Saturday Night Main Event coming up in 2 weeks. We'll be having a prediction show for that. SummerSlam will be 2 nights, 14 matches. There will not be 2 separate prediction shows. We will be predicting SummerSlam both nights on one show. So be prepared for that if you sign up. We just did 3 PLEs, 22 matches, I believe it was, in less than 2 hours. So we can run through SummerSlam in an hour and a half, something like that. And also shout out to Colin Anthony, who contacted me today about being the co-host, which Wednesday was a free day for me. Besides the fact that that's the day that I normally do prediction shows, but with his schedule of Queens of WWE, which just coming up, I was on episode 2, and going forward, I'll be the co-host with him starting this coming up Wednesday, or 6 days from now, episode number 4. So I will be the co-host going forward. So even if I have a prediction show, we will do the prediction show, and then I will hop on there and do the Queens of WWE with him. So congrats to Kyle on that show, and appreciate the invite to be able to come on. Like I said, I tell you guys every single time I go on stream, I have hit the 1K video live videos, and I haven't been doing this for over a year. So that just goes to show you, the amount of work that I put into this stuff. So hopefully you guys appreciate it. I think I'm up to 236 subscribers, something like that. So inching closer to 250, and once we could get to there, maybe we can get to 300, and then ultimately the goal is 500. So I do appreciate all of you guys for the support of that. Don't have many viewers. I know it's super late. AEW is on tonight. Gonna try to do something soon to incorporate AEW in with TNA because TNA shows are just very short. The views are just not really there. So definitely going to be working on something here in the next couple of weeks with Stampede Miami to try to see what we can do about maybe doing one half to cover TNA because it only takes me about 30 minutes to cover TNA, and then the other half to cover AEW. So I think that makes the most sense to try to do something like that. And I probably will talk to Miami about it tomorrow in our DWE meeting. So we are live on my YouTube channel. We're also live on my X page, and we're also live on DWE's television X page. So if you guys are able to go back, if you are watching this live, which I don't see many people watching, but if you are watching live on YouTube, or if you go back and watch this live on YouTube, please hit that like button on the YouTube stream. That helps me out tremendously. It helps my channel out. It helps put my channel in the algorithm where I can get fresh eyes and ears on the channel and on my content. So that would be very much appreciated, and I would greatly appreciate that. So but go ahead and follow me on X, and also follow DWE Television on X, where you can see if you watch majority of DWE Television shows, there is a barcode. I don't have it up on my layouts yet. I will at some point. Might have to move some stuff around, but if you scan that barcode, you can see everyone that is affiliated with DWE. But I will go ahead, since it's a short show, and run through everybody. First off, it's Miami the Great 305, who is the president of DWE. You can catch him every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern for Inside the Mind with Miami. Starting at the end of August, beginning of September, me and Miami will be back for season 2 of the EVP Miami NFL recap show, where we will be recapping each week of the NFL season. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. So that will be coming, I would say end of August, maybe first week of September or something like that. So be on the lookout for that. Also, the HR and Miami's co-host on DW Radio, Final Boss Baby. Make sure you follow her on X as well, Final Boss Baby with 2 B's. You can also find them on Talk It Up podcast on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe to them on YouTube and tune in every Saturday to DW Radio. You can watch DW Radio on DW Television X page. You can watch it on the Talk It Up podcast YouTube. You can listen to it on Twitch, on DW TV, I believe, and DW Television on Twitch. And it's also on Spotify. Every Monday, an hour before Monday Night Raw comes on, you can catch the World of Greg and Kyle the Man Anthony, as they will run through the entire Raw card 1 hour before Monday Night Raw comes on. That is every Monday, 1 hour. This week, since Raw is back to its normal time, you can catch Greg and Kyle the Man Anthony, I believe, at 7 p.m. Eastern. And they will go over the entire Raw card, where we will see Cody Rhodes go one-on-one with Sami Zayn for the Undisputed Championship. Obviously, we'll be talking about that tomorrow with a SmackDown recap, because that hasn't happened yet, but this it was taped, so everybody already knows anyway. So make sure you follow the World of Greg and also Kyle the Man Anthony, Director Reg, who is a big, huge part of WWE, and also to the rundown with the World of Greg and Kyle the Man Anthony. Make sure you follow him on X. Kyle the Man Anthony, as well, is the host of Queens of WWE. He's already done 3 episodes. This coming up Wednesday will be episode number 4, and I will be co-hosting him moving forward on that show, so looking forward to that. Make sure you follow him on X and tune in every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live for Queens of WWE, where he will be covering all the women's storylines from Raw, SmackDown, NXT. He maybe even talk about a little bit of Evolve. You just never know what Kyle's going to talk about, because he is well versed in the women's division, and I love it. So I will be a co-host. He's running the show. I'm just there to have somebody to bounce ideas off of and to talk women's wrestling because I do enjoy women's wrestling myself. So make sure you follow Kyle and tune in this coming up Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Queens of WWE episode number 4. Also, After the Slam podcast. He has a podcast coming out tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Make sure you follow him on X and on YouTube. And congratulations to him on the 5,000 subscribers on his YouTube page. That is quite the accomplishment. So follow him on X and give him a subscription and tune in to him tomorrow on his After the Slam podcast on YouTube. Also, the Smoke Session podcast, Sports Jedi Network, and everyone affiliated with Gimmick Table Media as well. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you coming in. If you have any comments, if you are able to go back and watch this TNA Impact Recap show, tell me what you think about the new tournament that's going to crown the new women's TNA Knockouts television champion. So there's a new title, new women's title being brought to TNA. I love the idea. I love a 16-woman tournament, especially when it's single elimination, not fatal 4-ways. So interested to see who comes out of that with that TNA Women's Knockout Television Championship. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in to the TNA Impact Recap Show live July 2nd, 2026. And as I mentioned before, the Hardy Boys will defend next week their titles, and also Li Ying Li will go back after the Women's TNA Knockouts Championship, where she will face Xia Brookside in a no disqualification match for the Women's TNA Knockouts Championship. So with that being said, guys, I will be back shortly to tell you guys where you can find me on my social medias and what I have coming up for you guys for the rest of this week.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go, show recaps prediction sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go.
All right. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in to the TNA Impact Recap Show live here on the EVP Show Thursday, July 2nd, 2026. We are so close now to July 4th. Hopefully you guys have a lot of plans coming up Saturday for the 4th. I will not be streaming, so I am looking forward to the 4th. I got some plans of myself, so looking forward to July the 4th. Hopefully you guys have a safe July 4th. If you're going to be drinking, make sure you have a designated driver, because it is not safe to drink and drive, people. I'm not your parent, but going to give you the best advice I can give you. So as far as where you can find me on my socials, it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. All my links are in my bio. You can find me on Twitter, the lovely Twitter, at EVPCJP. And if you follow me, I will follow you back. And if you scroll all the way up to the top of my X page, you can see that my YouTube is linked or pinned at the top of my page. If you enjoy my daily wrestling content, hit that retweet button, send it to your friends, your family. Try to help me get as many subscribers as I can. It will be much and greatly appreciated. You can also find me on Instagram at EVPCJP. It is a business account. It's strictly for the videos that Miami the Great and World of Greg make for the upcoming streams. You will see me post later on after the stream as we get ready for the SmackDown recap tomorrow. So follow me on Instagram and you can see all the videos for the upcoming streams. Also on TikTok at Brady the Goat 21. That's at BRADY DA Goat 21. And once again, on Instagram and TikTok, it's all the videos that Miami and Greg make for my upcoming streams, and my YouTube link is in my bio. So make sure you guys check that out. Last but not least, and most importantly, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are already subscribed to my YouTube channel, turn that notification bell on and it will remind you when I go live. I do believe I'm at 236 subscribers, and this is the 1003 live video I've done. I do have some sort of celebration, 1 year celebration planned sometime in August, where I'm going to get a few of you guys on and we're just going to talk about whatever. Just celebrate 1 year here on the channel. I do want to thank all of you guys for the support and showing up almost every single night to listen to my daily wrestling content. Hopefully, here's to a great rest of 2026 and a bigger 2027. If you're not able to find my YouTube page on any of my social media links, I don't know why you can't, but if you cannot, just go to that search bar in the top right hand corner and type in at the EVP show. Hit that like and subscribe and come and join me for all my daily wrestling content. So what I have coming up for you guys I'll go ahead and give you guys the schedule for the rest of this week and for next week as well. So tomorrow we are going back to 2 hours on SmackDown until January. So tune in tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the SmackDown recap. Saturday, 4th of July. Hope you guys are safe. Have a great, happy 4th of July. I will not be streaming on the 4th. No say, no how. No way, no how. Will I be streaming? I have plans. I'm going to go do something I haven't done in a while. So you guys wish me luck. But yeah, I'm going to have some plans on the 4th. Going to enjoy myself. But I will be back Sunday for Doubleheader Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are not in the exclusive news channel on Discord, definitely tune in. I will give you guys a chance to earn a free spot into that Discord channel. I'm not going to give it away right now, but it gives you guys some incentive to come show up to Sunday Night Scoops. Every Sunday, I will pick one winner that is in the comments. I will pick one winner for 1 month of a paid subscription by me. After that, if you want to stay, then obviously you'll have to pay. But every week I will pick one random winner. You cannot win twice. I know that's going to be the first question I ask. Oh, can I win every week? No, you can't. This is to get more viewers in here, get more people asking questions. I'm really thankful for Fanatic, Yankees Girl, sometimes Bobby. Sean has been in here in Miami. Several other people have been in here. So if you want a chance to earn a free spot, look for that post and come in on Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern, because starting this Sunday, I will draw a winner for 1 month of a paid subscription to the exclusive EVP news channel in the Discord. So make sure you guys don't miss. That is the extra perk for me not giving the exclusive news here on the EVP show every Sunday now. So tune into that Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern and come back later that night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern and join me for the LFG Season 3 Episode 11 recap show as we wind down on Season 3 of LFG. Next week, Monday, I'm back again for Raw, 11 p.m. Eastern Time for the Raw recap show. Tuesday, same time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern for your NXT recap show. I am the new co-host of Queens of WWE, so catch me and Kyle and Anthony Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Queens of WWE episode number 4. Next Thursday night, the TNA Knockouts TV Championship Tournament continues, and we have a TNA Knockouts Women's Championship match next Thursday. So come join me at 11:30 p.m. Eastern for the TNA Impact recap show. Next Friday night, SmackDown. Come join me again at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday, I'm off. And then come join me again for Doubleheader Sunday next Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern for Sunday Night Scoops with the EVP. And come back later that night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern for LFG Season 3, Episode 12 recap show. And that is my schedule for the rest of this week and for next week. So hopefully, if I don't see you guys tomorrow for the SmackDown recap, you guys have a happy and safe 4th of July. Don't do anything stupid. I want to see you guys back here in the comments on the stream. So be safe out there and have fun. Eat a lot of food. If you're gonna drink, make sure you have a designated driver because it's just not safe. It's just not safe. That's all I'll say about that. So yeah, this has been your TNA Impact recap show here live on the EVP show, giving you guys a channel, giving you guys all of my social media platforms, giving you guys my schedule for the rest of this week and next week. With that being said, once again, leave me some comments if you watch the stream back and tell me what you thought about TNA tonight. I will get back to you. But with that being said, guys, I am the EVP from the EVP show, the golden boy of DWE, and DWE is the only place to be. You guys have a happy Friday and come back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night and join me for the SmackDown recap show. Good night, everyone.